This is supposedly an estate sale of baseball cards where they're carving out packs and whatnot. I got this for $44. Let's see if we got anything back for our $44. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of random stuff in here. I'm hoping to see if there's anything of value. I wonder if these would be the cards of the whole thing right here on top. We've got random, off-center, random off-center, and a random Mickey Mantle Pinnacle that's pretty nice looking. And I'm going to assure you that that's not worth much at all. But let's see. This is a $44 for those joining, $44 estate sale random lot. You're going to find out with me what we've got. So we've got 1989 Topps stickers, 91 Bowman football. I had no idea that this was not just baseball. This looks like random football. Let me know if you want to see all the packs first and then I open them, or I can just open as I go. Well, I do like some cards from the 70s. Can't complain. Maybe I'll go through those first and then come back to these packs. Let's take a look here. $44 of random cards. Well, now, now this is legitimately a random hodgepodge of cards. Ugh. Okay, we've got Keith Hernandez. We've got Topps Chrome from the modern era. I actually really like the look of the card and the effect of the chrome. It's probably 2023. I was going to say, I don't collect anything modern, so I don't know what is going on here. Brett Bay, Albert Bell from Post. You know what? Anything that I think looks reasonable, I'm going to put over here. 1980 Topps Willie Wilson off center. We've got a Jason Witten score here. Touchdown Masters, Randy Moss in the Patriots uniform. Hard to complain about that. That was probably the best year of football that I had seen. Chipper Jones. I think we're going to get a bunch of junk in here. What's nice, though, is I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm a Sox fan, so at least they're sneaking in enough Sox stuff here. Bobby Doerr. 2009 Fleer. Nice looking card. Sure it's not worth anything. All right. Woody Fryman. This cardstock almost feels like it was wet at one point. I don't know if you can see how poor condition it is in the edges. This is like a PSA 2 range, I'm going to say. I feel a crease. Yeah, top to bottom here. Right here. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. Going straight down his head. Okay. It's an old card. I'll put it over there. So far, Junk Wax Sal, I think is his name. He would call this hot garbage. Dave Roberts Astros card with a print defect. Ken Brett. Pete Macklin. Okay, we got modern football cards. Alex Smith, Donruss Optic. Random card. If you see anything going, oh wow, I like the feel of this card stock. It almost feels like there's a protective coating over it. This, I don't do too much with modern cards, but that does feel pretty amazing. Okay, Alvin Kamara. Great for fantasy for half a decade maybe. Matt Ryan. John Riggins. I didn't know the estate sale would include a bunch of other sports. So, all right, this looks like a Fleer 89 Fleer pack here. Jeff Treadway, Ron Robinson, Kyle Daniels, Herm Winningham. I feel like this is just picked over and slopped together. Barry Larkin, lots of Reds. Oh, you know what? This looks like a Reds team pack. How many cards in did it take me to notice that? All right. We've got 1989 Fleer Reds here. Without Ken Griffey Jr. I'm sorry. He wasn't with the Reds then. Without any of the big names here. Griffey came over in like 99 to the Reds. All right, so this is going in the hot garbage pile. All right, lots of packs here. 91 Fleer Ultra Baseball. This looks like 89 Donruss to me. I don't know that it says. This looks like 89 Donruss. Oh yeah, I've got that right here. This is worth maybe 10 cents. Let's see if there's anything good in here, and then I'll open them up. 90 Fleer. 93 Leaf. I actually like the quality of Leaf cards. Leaf. Looking at these, Donruss Leaf Series 1. 1990 Bowman. This is 1990 Upper Deck. All right, 88 Fleer. '88 Donruss Cello Pack. I am almost wondering. Oh yeah, 1987 Topps Rack Pack. I can almost assure you there's not much good in here other than the Mark McGwire rookie. At least it's sealed, so maybe there's something here. Oh, and then a 1989 Topps Rack Pack, which I will start with to see if we can get a Ken Griffey Jr. out of here. These look to be pretty good condition. Let's start with this. So let me move this out of the way here. So much stuff that I don't think is worth much at all. But Bo Jackson, I see over here. I'll take that. Or I'll liberate these, and then we'll get into opening them. They seem to be in pretty good condition. I've been opening a lot of early 80s and late 70s wax. So these are like, oh my gosh, these are so standard compared to those, which is probably true. All right. I do remember these All-Star cards, and it's actually a pretty good looking card. 1989 Topps, 88 All-Star Darryl Strawberry. Sweet looking card. Ed Vandenberg. Mets leaders. Scott Terry. Lou Brock, Turn Back the Clock. I don't think these are worth anything at all. but I actually just opened that card in a 79 pack. Yep, 79 pack. Tom Candiotti or Hershiser. Okay, I'll put him here. Mike Capel. Giants leaders. I used to put these on the top of team packs as like I would sort all the cards by teams. Tim Flannery. Mark Williamson. Ken Howell. Jerry Brown. And record breaker George Bell. 3 home runs on opening day. All right, card number 1. I don't think that's going to be worth anything, but I'll put it here. Now, to round out the rest of these, we're looking for Ken Griffey Jr. We do not want Dave Gallagher. John Candelosi. Goose Gossage. Good looking card. I mean, honestly, you would not want to get in the batter's box against him. Rocket Roger. Ugh, I love Roger Clemens. Aware of any error cards from that year? Not off the top of my head. I will go back and research them. As I mentioned, this is a $44 estate sale, and I'm putting that in quotes, estate sale box that I got, and a lot of it looks like a little bit of junk right now. Wally Joyner. Okay. Wallace Johnson. Dave Bergman. But feel free to, if you know about the error cards, put them in the chat. I was just looking for the 1982 Blacklist cards, so I have some familiarity with those errors. Jose Oquindo. Fred Lynn. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. We're looking for Ken Griffey Jr. here. Bo Jackson. I'm sure it's not worth anything, but I do like Bo Jackson cards. Bob Walk. Dale Murphy. BJ Surhoff. Yeah, I don't know the errors from this year either. I'll put these in a pile and do some research and come back. Tom Henke. Rob Deere. That is my favorite Milwaukee Brewers logo, the baseball glove with the M and the B. I can't get too close here. Keith Moreland, Andreas Galarraga, Gary Ward. We're getting low for Ken Griffey Jr.'s. We are out of time. This is a pretty good looking card. I remember the 89 Topps not liking the design when I was a kid, but this as a baseball card is not, it's a pretty good looking card. All right, 89 Topps Rack Pack down. I do have the 87 Topps Rack Pack. Let's do that one next, just in case there's a Mark McGwire in here. Can't keep all this junk separate here. 87 Topps, I think from the top of my head, really, Mark McGwire is the only thing I can think of. I guess there's a Barry Bonds second year card here. A lighter error. Okay. Oh, they changed these, so I can't grab them. Here we go. That did not work. Okay, now we're making progress. I'm going to get all these cards out and then see. I think the Mark McGwire 87 Topps card in a PSA 9 is worth about $15. So even that is not going to pay for this box, but let's see here. Thank you all for joining. If you give it a like, it'll let others know we're opening some junk wax here live. I think maybe I was optimistic. I'm like, there's got to be something in here worthwhile for $44. Looking like no. Looking like no. All right. 1987 tops, we got Pirates leaders. Harold Baines. Usually his cards surprise me as being more valuable, but it must be from the 80s. Craig Lefferts. Jorge Horta. Jimmy Moyer. Ed Olewine. The Blue Jays leaders. Andre Thornton. Rocket Roger. Most strikeouts in the 9-inning game, I believe it was 20. 20 baffled batters against the Mariners. I watched this live. Huge Roger Clemens fan. I know Kerry Wood tied the record. And I want to say Roger Clemens actually did it again one more time to have two. But maybe it was Kerry Wood that had 2 20 strikeout games. I'm going to put this in. This could be just in a personal collection, but I like Rocket Roger. All right, Dick Williams, Jeff Russell, Mike Heath. If you don't know the story of Mark Eichhorn, go read it. He's a side armor who really baffled batters when he first came up. I think 86 might have been his best season. I saw a documentary on him. Phenomenal. He was middle relief, so he never really got the credit he deserved. But he had such amazing run, I think, in one of those years. Ken Landreau, Bo Jackson. This is probably, if you were doing 1987 Topps chase card, there's no doubt this is one of them. It's probably not going to fetch a 9. I think I see a little ding on the corner. Oh, there's a dent right here. But yeah, this is one of the hits. I think this and McGuire. I know Bonds is in here for his second year card, so maybe his first non-traded card. But man, I love the look of this card. That's a great looking card. And then, sorry, I didn't finish that pack for you, Steve Lake. Steve Lake here. Well, that's fun. I don't know if I got $44 of fun yet, but that is a nice hit. All right, Jeff Dedman, Angels leaders when they were the California Angels. Danny Heap. Dave Righetti, good pitcher. Bill Kruger. George Bell, all-star. Keith Moreland. I was just trying to figure out why is the color so off on the front of this card. I don't know if you can see there. It is light printed. And then for a second there, I was like, is this O-Pee-Chee? But the back would be light printed too. And this said printed in USA, so that is not O-Pee-Chee. That looks like a weird printing of that card. I'll stick that up here with Bo. Roger Craig. Gene Garbner. Otis Nixon. Tom Lawless. Is this going to be Mark McGuire? Dave Stewart. Checklists. I've tried to make checklists fun for my kids. I don't have any kids watching with me right now, but I tease them because when I was a kid, I hated these checklists. Now, if you're putting a set together, that's where these have some value, but otherwise, I don't care about them. Jeff Calhoun, Mickey Tettleton, Sparky Anderson, Ed Lynch, Lance Parrish, really key stable of the Detroit Tigers back then. Wee Willie McGee, and why not Rob Woodward? We're down to one last pack from this rack pack. That is right here. And we're going to get a McGuire. Can't complain about Bo Knows, and it's a great looking shot. I like that card. But let's get another one. Gary Carter, Larry Sheets, Al Nipper, Zane Smith. Looks like a mugshot, Zane. Lloyd Mosby, Jim Leland, Vance Law on the Expos here, Dennis Leonard, Frank Viola, John Franco. We're getting low. Oral Hershiser, never a bad card to get. Again, the printing color on this is way out of whack. with the rest of these cards. I don't know if they had a blacklist error, but there's so much black printed here that it might just be variation in printing. You can see this Willie Upshaw card is also light compared to the Joe Niekro. That is weird. And Rick Aguilera. Greenish tint, I know. I don't know what's going on here. If you can see it, yeah, you can see it here. That's interesting. Okay. That is our 2 wax packs. Let's do 89 Donruss next. We will be looking for Ken Griffey Jr. here. $1. Ocello pack. Sorry, this is the Ocello pack. Collect all 26 MVP bonus cards. All right. Let's get into this. My kids love opening random wax. I'm bummed I couldn't get any of them today. They're playing with their friends, so I just have too much to catch up on with opening this stuff. I have so many fun random orders in here. All right. Manny Hernandez. These cards feel good. You know how sometimes you open a pack and they feel a little soggy? This one feels very bone dry. George Hendrick. Dwight Evans, Dewey Evans, awesome. I'm going to put him in my pile because I love the Sox. Ernest Riles. Carl Nichols with a really faded out photo. But the logo and everything is in color, so that's just the photo. Dave Anderson. Dan Petrie, maybe? Petrie, Joel Skinner. Dave Stewart. Dale Mahoric. I apologize for destroying that name. We have some puzzle pieces. This is the Warren Swan, I believe. Oh, this is the Stan Musial. Stan Musial puzzle. Okay, Stan the man. My kids do put those puzzles together. Ron Darling. Gerald Perry. It's a good looking card, the way it's framed. Dave Martinez. Keith Hernandez. Not bad. Alvin Davis. Keith Atherton. Crime Dog Fred McGriff. Not bad. Julio Franco. Roy Smalley. So far, nothing amazing yet. Garth Lorg. And look at that. His last name is... Oh, maybe that's a capital I. Garth Iorg? Yep, it's an I. Interesting. Mike Kingerton. Gary Carter. For those just joining, this is a $44 estate sale. Random lot of junk wax for the most part. Lester Lancaster. Darryl Strawberry. Good looking card. Mark Langston. Gary Gaetti. I used to really like the Twins at that time, especially with Kirby Puckett. Tony Fernandez with a big print mark right on his face. Print defect, I should say. That's a bummer. Paul Molitor, great hitter. Les Straker. Dwayne Ward. Ed Nunez. Dave Magadan. Keith Moreland. Rick Sutcliffe. And Keith Miller. Nothing exciting really there. Let's go next to 1990 Bowman. I think there's a good second year card. No, 89 Bowman of Ken Griffey is great. I don't know that there's anything exciting I want to look for here. I'd have to go back and see. This is the hard part with these. I'm telling you guys, this is opening so easy that I'm suspicious of it. Maybe it's just a weak cello pack. Fisheye in the ink pool, yeah. Terrible print defect. All right. Here's the Bowman. I remember when these came out and I hated the design. The 89 Bowman to me looked pretty good. This is sort of a plain design, but it's rainbow on the outside. I'm not a fan of these. I apologize right now for showing these. Dave Rigetti, Keith Eltzer, Terry Bross with a real faded out image. I wonder if the printing on all of these are this kind of faded. Gino Petrali, Gary Radis. Sorry, I'll hold this up. It's actually hard to read on that multicolor background, the names. Got it stuck here. I swear there's another one here. Nope. All right. Come back to that. Pete Harnish. Greg Jeffries. I remember how hyped up he was. Now, the cool thing about Bowman here is they break down their batting stats against different teams. And you can kind of see maybe teams in their division or the whole NL. That's fun. Kevin Romine. Love the Sox. This is a double card here. Bob Boone. Von Hayes. Something stuck here. Chuck Finley. Donald Harris. Man, I bet this is a $1 pack. If you said, I want to go buy a pack of 1990 Bowman, I bet it's $1. Mike Remlinger. Ryan Sandberg. Everyone loves a good Ryan Sandberg card. Greg Jeffries 88 Score had the best color match. Oh, yeah. I think Score is underrated. Score had some amazing looking cards and actually pretty high quality card stock. I am a big fan of Score. I did a whole video on Score if you go and look on the history of Score baseball cards. Terry Kennedy. This is cool because it's a drawing. Oh, and what is this? This is one of those sweepstakes forms. Sometimes when people buy cards off me, I sneak in like the sweepstakes for the 1989 spring training. I don't know, maybe I just think it's funny. Howard Hilton, Reggie Harris, Glenn Allen Hill, Tom Candiotti, Larry Walker. I haven't seen anything that got me excited about this one. Jerry Goff, Hal Morris. I really despise the look of these cards. Rob Deere, Rick Cerrone, Kyle Abbott, Dave West, Willie McGee, Kurt Stillwell, and then I actually dropped these here. So Randy Milligan, Dave Schmidt, and Craig Leifertz. Junkwax Sal, I think it is, would say that is a steaming pile of hot garbage. So we've got Fleer, Leaf, 1990 Upper Deck. Let's do 1990 Upper Deck. I do like anything with foil in it. I bet this was at least $1.50 at the time. The first year Upper Deck was supposed to be $1.25, and I lived in Massachusetts at the time, and they were definitely premium priced. I remember paying at least $1.50. Okay, 1990 Upper Deck. Randy Johnson. That just the quality of these cards was ahead of its time. These are awesome. The cardstock feels nice and glossy. I love the hologram. I love the picture on the back. That's awesome. Let's do, I guess we're all backwards here. Let's go flip it around. Oh boy. All right. Mike McFarland. Otis Nixon, Lenny Harris. These are all over the place. Dave Clark, watching one go, obviously. Lonnie Smith with a headshot he's missing there. Alejandro Pena. Sorry, I can't get that to focus for you. There we go. Bruce Ruffin. Don't tell me another Randy Johnson. Why not? I'll take 2 Randy Johnsons in 1 pack. I'll put him up here with this one. All right, Mike Rockford from the Red Sox. Mike Milkey. You know, I don't remember too many Upper Deck cards off center like this one, but this is pretty bad. I'll give you one more fun fact. The first year had home plate, the first year had first base. 1990 had second base. In 1991, Upper Deck, which I don't know that we got one here, but it's third and home. So the first 3 years made a full diamond on Upper Deck. That's my fun fact. I made a whole video about it. Crime Dog, Fred McGriff, chillaxin in the dugout. I love that. Tom Browning, Greg Minton, and Mike Stanton. I saw a question go by, and I'm not the most adept at going back to see what it said. But, you know, what I have noticed for wax packs is the 1970s are getting really expensive. Early 80s are actually affordable. I've been opening packs of 82 top. I just got 81, 83, 84, and 85 as well. Obviously, 1980 is probably too expensive because of the chance of getting Ricky Henderson rookie card. But yeah, I know. I wonder if, you know, these 1990 packs in 10 or 20 years are actually going to be worth something, because I don't treat them that way right now. All right. Don't mind my dog scratching at the bottom in the background here. Let's do 89 Donner. So we got one random pack here, but because there could be a Ken Griffey Jr. in here, I want to open them. And I think we got a Leaf. Yeah, we'll do Leaf next because I really like the Leaf designs. Okay. This must be Warren Spahn, or I'm crazy. Yep, this is the Warren Spahn puzzle pieces. Those will get recycled. Andy Hawkins. Yeah, this is the one where there's a good Ken Griffey Jr. card. Dante Bichette. Marvin Freeman. Ernest Riles. Mike Diaz, and I liked the Sox logo back then, the White Sox. Kevin Brown. Andy Neslick. That is not on my radar, so thank you. I will look for Andy Neslick. Terry Clark. Checklists. Oh, Jose Canseco 4040 Club. Now, I am embarrassed to say that I think I had this poster on my wall as a kid. The 4040 Club poster. I don't know if it was the same one as this card, but I had the poster on my wall. So, you know what? Just for old time's sake, I'm going to stick this in here. Unfortunately, Braves rookie uncorrected error. Birthday shows 1985. Oh, okay. Did you know that Ricky Henderson's 1980 Topps rookie card is an uncorrected error as well? On the back, it has some stat of where he stole bases. Like he set a record stealing the most bases in one game, and they had listed the wrong team that he was playing. That's another fun fact, but it was uncorrected. Ernie Witt. Tom Lampkin. We're getting pretty low here. Ricky Horn. Eric Hetzel. Wayne Tolston, and Ricky Jordan. One pack of 89 Donruss. I actually have a whole box here of 89 Donruss that I am going to open with my kids here shortly. I just did Donruss. I do want to do Leaf. Back then, 1990 Leaf was the first year I think they came out. We were chasing the Frank Thomases, the Dave Justice, Sammy Sosa was in that one. And I paid a good premium. Look at this after all these years. What is this? 33 years. And this foil is still tamper evident. I recently bought a bunch of old wax, as I was saying, and some of them you can tell are repacked. So at least with this foil, you can't do that. And people often worry, oh no, you're wasting your money. But we're doing this mostly for fun with the kids. All right, 1991 Leaf. Good looking cards. 92 Leaf. Tom Browning. Juan Gonzalez, like, are they going to be alternating black and is this like a Leaf gold card? I think so. It's got gold here and here, so each one might have a Leaf gold card. Juan Gonzalez Gold Edition. I don't know that it's worth anything, but I will put it in a penny sleeve for the look up later. Juan Gonzalez Leaf Gold. I don't think you're going to pay for this box, but we'll see. Charlie Hayes, Greg Jeffries. These are nice cardstock too. Very nice picture on the back. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see there's like a watermark of Leaf on the back here. I always like the Leaf, look of the Leaf cards. Bobby Thigpen, Checklist. Zane Smith. Feels like two cards, but it's not. Matt Noakes. Mackie Sasser. Doesn't ring a bell. Devon White. Bill Spires. Dave Gallagher. Oh, remember collisions at the plate? I don't think they're allowed to do that anymore. Elbows up. I have no idea to know if the catcher hung onto the ball here or not, but that was fun times. I love this action shot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pete Rose in the All-Star game, right? Steve Sachs, Milt Thompson, and Jay Bell. That was Leaf. So let me see if I have any more Leaf to do here. We got football. We got 91 Bowman football. We'll do football last. Some stuff on here. Let's do whatever this is. This is Donruss Series 1. Maybe it's 89 Series 1, but I don't know the year. It looks like it's going to be 1990. '91 Donruss. I remember when this design came out as well, and it looked like cartoony. I don't think I'm a fan of it. But Bob Tewksbury, Jim Abbott threw a no-hitter. He's only got one arm, and he would wear his glove on his other arm, kind of a stump. And when the ball was hit back to him, he would switch it and throw it with his good arm, and he pitched a no-hitter. So Jim Abbott was something fun, somebody fun to watch. The humanity. Bill Spires, Tom Hankey, Devon White, back in the day when people used to bunt. I don't feel like we have enough bunting anymore these days. Pedro Guerrero, Glenn Allen Hill, Oral Hershiser, great pitcher. Most consecutive scoreless innings pitched. Unless that's been broken and I don't pay attention. Scott Bradley. Checklist. Delino DeShield Diamond King. Seemed optimistic at the time. Tim Cruz. Scott Bankhead. Eric Davis. He usually has some good cards with this confident stride here. Darren Dalton. And this was the Willie Stargell puzzle. I could tell by the wrist. Just kidding. All right. We're going to do Fleer before we get into football. So we'll do in order. 88 Fleer baseball. And if you're following along, you can, this was very easy to open, unfortunately. And there's wax residue right here on the back card. If you know any chase cards, just ping them in the chat. I didn't know what I was opening from this mystery box. All right, baseball stickers. Chicago White Sox. I don't know if these were the ones that I used, but I used to take stickers and put them all over my Trapper Keeper back in the day. This is a cool design. I remember this. Ted Higuera, Jeff Dedman, Donnell Nixon, John Perlman, Willie Hernandez with a mean mustache. Love that. Benito Santiago. I think he was famous for throwing from his knees. Don't quote me, but he could throw runners out without it standing up. Ray Knight, Mariano Duncan, Dwayne Murphy, Vance Law, Bill Pacoda. I haven't seen anything good here, but like I said, this wax pack was not sealed very well. Dave Concepcion, Mike Lloyd, close enough. Rafael Santana, and Willie Frazier is the wax card here. I do like when they have little breakout stats. When is he at his best? Day, night, home, and road. That's fun. That's fun. Let's do it for a player. Maybe they did the same breakout. Here's a picture. Yeah. Don West and Shop at Home. Not sure if I'm familiar with that. It takes me back to This Week in Baseball. As a kid, I used to love This Week in Baseball. I only caught it, I think it was Saturday mornings, or for a rain delay, they would play This Week in Baseball again. All right, 10th anniversary, 1990 Fleer. How is that the 10th anniversary when they came out in 81? I guess that's how it works. Okay. There was no Fleer in 1980, but I just did the math. This one is opening very easily as well. That was not a very well sealed pack if it wasn't resealed. Baseball Quiz by Fleer. Oh, there we go, the stickers. These are cool. Astros back in the day. All right, 1990 Fleer. This has such a look to me of Topps design, actually. But I guess it's Fleer. John Wetland, Jamie Moyer, Hubie Brooks, Bob Boone, Pat Clements, that's how I would probably say it. Steve Sachs, Brian Meyer, Burt Blylevelin, George Bell. Actually, the Fleer cardstock is thick. It's nice. It's not glossy, so it's not, I mean, it's not like Tiffany or anything, but it's a thick cardstock. George Bell, Kurt Young, Roger McDowell, Mario Gazzo. This might be the first time in my life I've been exposed to that name, even though I watched baseball growing up as a kid. Andy Van Slyke, Greg Gagne. How's that? Last but not least, Jose Alvarez. All right, that's 1990 Fleer. We're moving up. We're going to do 1991 Fleer Ultra Baseball. For those just joining, this is a $44 junk wax box. They said it was an estate sale or some sort of collection breakdown. I think I'll just show you here. The best probably hit of the whole thing here is this Bo Jackson. I'll look it up. I'm guessing a PSA 9 is 10 to 15. This is not that centered left to right or top to bottom, but it's a great hit. All right, where am I? I'm right here. Oh, I remember these cards. Fleer Ultra. Okay. Whoa, if I was going to get one logo, this is it. This is it. The Milwaukee Brewers MB baseball glove. I love that. Love that. All right. I remember when these came out. These are nice quality cards. Oh, are you kidding me? Look how awesome this is on the back. I don't know why I didn't buy more Fleer. I was so Topps focused as a kid that I really didn't buy much Fleer. Or I know I bought some Fleer Ultra, but not enough. Let's do, oh man, I love these. Look at that, 3 pictures on the back with a logo. And now this is supposed to be a fancy card, so we have the Fleer Ultra Team card with Barry Bonds. I'll put this in a sleeve. Oh, 1 of 10. But that means it's not serial number. There's just 10 of these. This is thick cardstock. Pretty nice shine to it. The corner here is distressed, so that is not going to come back with anything amazing. But we'll just put that in the penny sleeve for fun. All right, Doug Drabeck. I'll do the back. Okay, so there's like a couple different patterns they used for the back. These are cool looking cards. Danny Nagel. And this one says Fleer Prospect. Okay, Danny Nagel. I see you're right up in rookie card. Not too shabby. Fleer Ultra, we got Ray Lankford. Ron Darling. Delano DeShields. Roberto Kelly. These cards, I wouldn't know if they're off left to right, actually, because there's no border design. You'd have to almost go by the printing at the bottom. Barry Bonds. Sweet swing. I have a whole video about Barry Bonds. Watching him was amazing. He really, it's too bad that he used performance-enhancing drugs. He was an MVP, I think, twice even before that. Maybe 3-time MVP before the Balco era, and then 3-time MVP afterwards. Lee Smith, Jose De Jesus, Jeff Russell, and Spike Owen. Spike Owen was my brother's favorite player on the Red Sox in the 84, 85, 86 time frame. And then he was traded away. Let's finish up here. We're in the home stretch. We've only got a few more packs, and some of them are going to go to football, which will be really out of my league. 1993 Leaf Baseball. Well, hello to Japan. Konnichiwa, I think is how I would say that. Hopefully I said that right. We are opening a random box of Junk Wax baseball cards that I got for $44. Okay. 1993 Leaf. Oh, these are great looking cards. They're sticking together. I think they must have that. Oh, great. Listen. Oh, okay. The checklist just took out Ken Hill's gloss. I can't feel it. Oh, you can feel it right here. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You ready? Oh, that is brutal. Oh, look at this. Honestly, these are sweet looking cards. Even now, looking back on this, this is awesome. They're all stuck together. They've probably seen some temperature. You can hear the gloss creaking. So we got Ken Hill, leaf set, gold foil. So gold foil was all the rage in the early 90s. So we're using it here as like a little stamp. Got Andy Benes. Okay. John Wetland. Brent Maine. And the thing about gold is, you know, it's hard to see it. You got to catch it at the right angle so you can really see it. Bill Swift. John Wetland again. Yep. 14 cards in a pack. 2 of them are John Wetland. Now this looks like something fancy. Mark Clark. Is he just red? Oh, it's just red because of the Cardinals. I thought maybe there was something fancy about this. But full color photos on the back with the stats thrown in at the bottom. Doug Jones. I love any action shot where the ball is in frame. Love it. This one gets my approval. The edge of this card is roughed up. Let's see what they did on the back. Okay, I think he's pitching in front of a Texas oil well. It's so funny to think about that being a cool looking card back then. Tim Tuffle. Bob Welch. Look at all these other states are like, we've got the Golden Gate Bridge, and Texas is like, we've got an oil well. All right, Sandy Alomar Jr. So Cleveland, it should be the bridge with the Guardians on it. Let's see. Oh, just downtown. I'm sure that's a building in Cleveland, but I don't know much about that. Dennis Eckersley, so much fun to watch pitch. Great pitcher. He's in front of the Bay Bridge, so it must be one design per team. Last but not least here, Ted Powers. That finishes up our 1983 Leaf. We got football, and baseball stickers. So I think we'll do baseball stickers. 2 of these are just over the day. Oh, your comment is going away too fast. Okay. Oh, not bad. Sounds like you got some hits. That's probably better than what I've done here. I opened these. I think it was $41 plus shipping, so I think I paid $44. This opened very easily, so it could be searched. So we've got stickers here. Frank Viola with the wax all over. Oh, there you go. All over it. Oh boy. Off-center card stickers. Individual stickers though. So you got stickers on the front, full sticker on the back. That's nice. I never opened these as a kid. Never once bought yearbook stickers. I only bought baseball cards. But honestly, these are pretty cool. Alan Trammell. So we got full Alan Trammell and full, if that's not Bob Wells, I don't know who it is. Frank Viola. And they don't put names on these for me? Okay. Oh, Ricky! Run, Ricky, run. And then, is this Steve Carlton? Nope. The uniform's old enough, but not the player. Doc Gooden with Dennis Eckersley and a Mariner. All right, we finished the baseball phase. We've got a few packs of football. If you know any chase cards in here, just ping them. I guess we only got 2 packs of football here. So we've got 1991 Bowman football. Oh, these are cool. They've got like a cardboard aesthetic to them. That's cool. Okay, well. Stephon Page. David Grant. Tony Page. Jim Covert. Ken O'Brien, I definitely remember watching him play. Tommy Kane with the Gatorade cup. I wonder if they photoshopped the logo out because it just looks like a cup, but Jerry Rice, 91? This is what I was talking about. The back really just looks like cardstock. It's pretty cool. Record for last season, 100 catches, 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. Imagine seeing that today. Oh. Rob Moore with a star. Okay, Rob Moore, rookie star, rookie superstar. If Rob Moore became a superstar, you let me know, but I don't think this rookie card is going to count for anything. Walter Reeves, Wilbur Marshall in a huddle. I love a huddle. Sammy Smith, David Wyman, Norm Johnson kicking with the old helmet, and I hope he's barefoot. You can't see it, but kickers used to kick barefoot. And then Reggie Rutland. All right. I think we're in the last but not least pile of whatever this $44 pack is. I will say, at this point, I will not buy another one of these. I said, oh, if I got a lot of value out of it, I'd buy another one. But, you know, what I would have loved for $41 would be a early 80s pack or a late 70s pack. Maybe that's asking too much. Okay, Pat Leahy, Pacific. I'm not familiar with this brand. Jets kicker. Okay, let's look at the back. Oh, wow, we got diagonal pictures and stats that make it annoying to read, but colorful. This is the least efficient way to lay out your content if you want to do that. Reggie White. Okay. Any Reggie White card is probably a good card. We got Lewis Lips. Okay. Gary Plummer. I remember Gary Plummer. Bill Romanowski. Broderick Thomas. Norm Johnson kicking. Again, we cannot see his foot. I don't think it's bare based on that other kicker. We got Daryl Green. Rich Gannon. I remember Rich Gannon playing for years. Mark Bavaro. Yeah. Deion. I'll take a Deion Sanders card. Look at them. Coach. He's now coaching Colorado, unless I missed an update. I feel like he's going to get some other offers. Coach Deion Sanders. Prime time. Andre Reed, great wide receiver. And Neil Anderson and Eric Metcalf. Well, there we have it. Lots of cards. I'll go through maybe the good pile here just to recap what I put aside. So we've got Barry Bonds Fleer Ultra Team card. Maybe the best hit of the whole thing was this Bo Jackson 87 tops. I don't mind a Rocket Roger striking out 20 Mariners in one night. Bo Jackson 89 tops. Rocket Roger 89 tops. I don't know why I saved this one. George Bell, 3 home runs in opening day, but it was card number 1. Anything with Orel Hershiser. And Darryl Strawberry, poorly centered top to bottom. Thank you so much for joining. I don't think we got our money back on this one at all, but I'm glad you joined and hope you had some fun. Thanks. Bye.